I meant what I said when I said it, lady. I never wanna look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not.
What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for another Topics with Becky. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And today we are going down the rabbit hole with topics on loyalty. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. And this topic is very near and dear to my heart for the fact of I know what it is to be loyal, and I know what it is not to be loyal, and I know what it is to have loyal people in your family or your friends, and I also know what it is to have people who aren't. I was debating on whether or not to call them scandalous or, but really, truly, honestly, at the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do, and it's not necessarily trying to bring scandal into somebody's lives or drama, even though some people do attract drama. It's because they enjoy it, but it's also because that is feeding the ego, the emotional ego from when they were a child, when they were hurt, when they were wounded, okay? Loyalty is something that I have a hard time with, even now. It is something that I struggle with because I've had plenty of friends in my life. I've had plenty of people in my life. I've had plenty of the standby friends and fly-by-night friends. And I just want to talk about this because I feel like it's something that I need to bring up to remind myself as much as it is to help others who struggle with loyal people in their lives. Let's talk about what loyalty is not. Loyalty is not when somebody goes behind your back and says all kinds of nasty things about you. Loyalty is not somebody who expects you to always show up and never wants to give back to you. Loyalty is not doing things just so that they can get something from you. Okay? And I feel like this is where a lot of people will invite individuals into their lives thinking that they've met a loyal person, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that come up behind closed doors that really prove that that person's not loyal. And this comes to you learning your discernment. And I know I talk about this a lot, having discernment, but at the end of the day, if you're not able to listen to your own intuition, and if you're not able to discern what's good or bad between you and another person, or if you're vibing or not, that's what you truly need to work on. And sometimes it's okay to invite in a lot of people so you can start learning how to discern and not get too close all at first, right? Like, I think that's a thing that people, they want to click right off the bat, and they want to build an instantaneous relationship right off the bat, and they don't have any basis to go on, right? And for me, loyalty is hard because as a Pisces, I'm very empathic, and so I definitely know when people are feeling a certain way, and I will hear a lot of people's stories, and I don't think I'm the only one that does this, okay? I think there are a lot of people out there that experience this, where people will just start pouring their stories onto you and their lives, and they're like asking for your advice and help, and they just want someone to talk to, and they find you so comfortable that they talk to you about it. And this happens to me a lot. But what also happens a lot is that on the other side, it's hard for me to open up about my emotions, because I think my entire life I've never ever actually had somebody that truly cared enough to listen to what was going on with me, or if they did, there was some sense of insincerity that came with that. And for those of us on the spiritual journey, because we're so in tune with the collective consciousness, we feel that right away, and we pick up on that. And so we get into this mode of not wanting to bother with it. It's like, why bother? They're not going to care about me anyways. And yet we break off maybe a potential friendship or a potential lifelong friendship because we feel the insincerity of it, and rather than giving them a chance, we just cut it off. I've done that a lot. I've done that a lot. I won't give people chances, and I won't offer, I won't offer second chances oftentimes, and that's something that I myself am working on, and I tie that into the loyalty situation, because that's why. It's not even a fear of commitment. It's just a fear of not finding someone that's loyal. And so rather than getting hurt, it's hard to let your heart be on your sleeve all the time, on your sleeve. Sleeve. Let's get the sleeve and let's go. It's the sleeve. I don't know, guys. So when you want to wear your heart on your sleeve, because that's your vulnerability, that's your power, that's your strength. And, I do my best to do that, but I also am very quick to cut people off because I feel insincerity. And so I bring this up because I feel like I'm not the only one that does this. I feel like there are a lot of people who do this, even people who have a multitude of friends. My whole life, I can't remember a time when I didn't have a grip of friends around me or people that I could text at any one moment to go and hang out with. And when I really took the spiritual journey seriously, I found myself not alone, but in solitude. Real solitude, like solitude that I had never experienced before in my life. I don't have people that I can text and say, hey, you want to go out to dinner, or hey, you want to go hang out at the park, or hey, you just want to catch up. Like it's interesting because I've realized that a lot of people don't vibrate with me. And then the last time, this is personal, but the last time that I really opened myself up to a friendship, I got hurt. I pictured a life with this person. I pictured this person coming to my wedding. I pictured us having kids, side by side. I pictured us enjoying so many things, traveling together, seeing the world together, building positivity together. And in the blink of an eye, it was gone. I feel like that's maybe why I need to talk about loyalty today, is because I think that I need to come to terms with the fact that I haven't allowed myself to open up to people. And this is a collective situation. It's not just me. I know I'm not alone. I know I've never been alone in any of this. I know that there are plenty of people who experience the exact same things or very similar emotions and situations as to what it is that I'm going through. And so that's why I talk about these situations, these topics. So with that, I've had to ask myself, why? Why am I so afraid to allow loyalty in? And that has been the biggest block for me personally, is that I did, and I got hurt. And so part of this journey is really truly honoring the fact that you got hurt and the fact that you got, put down, or you got bullied, or you got taken by a narcissist, whatever it is. And it's like building that back up again. And how do you build that up again? And I'm learning what I'm learning. Okay. I'm not just going to say how I got hurt and that was it. Like, I don't know what to do. No, what I'm learning is becoming loyal to myself. What is loyalty? Doing nice things for yourself, not stressing about that, taking yourself out. When something's very, very stressful, I'm in loyalty. It's like being that friend to myself. Like, hey, you know what, Becky? I know that this is a super stressful situation, so let's go practice yoga, or let's go meditate, or let's just go sit outside and be in nature, or let's go write, because writing always helps me, okay? Like, it's my happy place. And I love these videos too. Or let's go talk about it with yourself. I'll have tons of conversations with myself now, conversations I've never, ever had with anybody in my life. And what this is doing is it's altering that wound within me. It's altering that wound within me because it's giving myself a chance to see what a friend should be, right? It's like when you get hurt, you first thing you learn is, well, I don't want that again. That's the first thing we all learn when we go, well, I don't want to go through that again. Well, but that's nice. You know what you don't want, but you have to find out, what do you want? And that's something that I've had to ask myself time and time again. It's something that I have struggled with time and time again, because when I started this and I broke my back, I had a chiropractor that asked me, he's like, what would you do if you were on your own best friend? And I looked at him and I was like, what? Like, I don't know. What would you, I don't know what I'm asking you. And he's like, I can't give you that answer. What would you say if you were your own best friend? And I was like, I was so confused. So when I ask you guys to learn how to become your own best friend, I get the resistance that comes with that. I get the immediate like pushback that you have, because it's easy to show someone else what to do because you're not thinking about your own life. You're not thinking about your own problems. When your own problems come up, it puts you in a state of panic, and it puts you in a state of it's right there. It's like you can't hide from it. It's right there. And so that's why it's like when you're faced with the loyalty situation, because that could be somebody cheating on you. I definitely know how that goes. You have two friends that have never met each other. You introduce them and they leave you, and you become the third wheel because they're suddenly so close. You lose friends because your friends cheat on, or your boyfriend cheats on you with your friend that you introduced to them that was like a homegirl or homeboy. You know what I mean? Like all these things. I know. I know what that feels like, and it's like, and I'm sure there are tons of scenarios that I've never been through that, it's similar emotions that you pick up on. So if you guys haven't been through those, what are things that you've gone through that just really tore your heart up? And how, in place of that, can you put that aside and say, okay, you know what? That's not what loyalty is. But what do you think loyalty is? Someone who shows up, someone who's there, someone who just holds your hand. Like for me, sometimes when I'm shedding and I start to cry a lot, it's like I don't talk to myself. I'm just there, I will hug myself. I will hug myself and I'll cry in my arms. Just like this. I'll be crazy about it, guys. I don't care. But it has taught me what being a friend is. And it also showed me that maybe I wasn't as good as a friend as I thought I was all those times. And I've had to forgive myself for that, along with forgiving my other friends who showed up exactly as I showed up. Shallow and in not wanting to go further than what it was. We learn our lessons. So when you're looking for loyalty, stop telling somebody how they should be to be loyal, and rather focus more on yourself. How should you be to be loyal? Because when you become loyal to yourself, you alter the reality that you're going into, and that's when Source meets you halfway. That's the truth of manifestation. You have to alter the reality that you're living in with your mind. It's all about, people say control your thoughts, control your mind, control this. The truth is, it's you becoming what you need to be to have the reality that you see. That's what it is. So, has it worked? Yes, slowly. It's not something that happens overnight, because there's a lot of fears and doubts that you fight with. There's a lot of things that come up along the way, and that's okay. So be your best friend. Become loyal to yourself so that you can invite in the loyalty that you seek in your life, so that we can help change the world together. This is us changing the world by changing ourselves. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, as always, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love until we meet each other again. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.